Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, all three of you, maybe, to another episode of misBEERhavior, your favorite podcast with three wonderful fuckers recording things and talking about craft beer. This week's host is me, Ron Lynch, followed by my two lovely co-hostesses, the amazing Missy Davis and the ever-wonderful Ariana Crum. This week we'll be talking shit and drinking beer. How we doing, guys?
Doing great.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
It's amazing that we finally got the microphones because I forgot the recording card, the little storage card to actually be able to record. I forgot to bring that, and we had to rig up Ron's extra computer that he just by chance happened to bring. So
I had my work.
Now we're all tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took hours,
We're
man.
like an hour behind of our crap. But we got lucky that I put my work laptop in my bag because I needed crap. And I'm like, oh, hey, look, I'm enough of a nerd. I have two fucking computers. So, introduce beers. Oh, we'll talk about you did the homework on the Little King, so you talk.
Sure. So when we went out this weekend, we went to Alematic in Heber Heights, and we went to the Hairless Hair in Vandalia. And our buddy Zach Hawley from the 513 Craft Brew on Facebook, he organized the trip, and we all decided that it would be really cool to do a bonus episode. So we did a bonus episode while we were at Alematic, and he gave us some beers to talk about and to try on the podcast. So we have these Little King's cream ales that he gave us, and that was our pre-beer. Ron has a little bit of his left.
I got distracted by fixing electronic technology bullshit.
And so anyway, I did a little bit of research. Zach really likes these little cream ales because he's real big about the Cincinnati brewing area, and he likes the fact that they are from Cincinnati. Then they took the brewing out of Cincinnati and brought them back into Cincinnati.
I'm just going to add that right there.
But let me pull up what I researched on this. So the first thing that I looked up, Little King's was first brewed by the Schoenling Brewing Company in 1958 in 7-ounce green bottles that were billed as the ideal size for a light refreshment after a long day's work. And then, so you go further down, and it said that Little King's kept brewing in Cincinnati until 2001, when production moved to Frederick, Maryland. And in 2004, Greg Hardman launched Christian Moerlein Company and began to bring Cincinnati's beer brands back to town. Little King's is now brewed in Over the Rhine, and this was an article that was written in 2018. And then the other one this is straight off the Little King's site. It says that Little King's was originally brewed by the Schoenling Brewery in Cincinnati. Legend has it that the sweet cream ale in the iconic small bottle was created when the draft beer cooler went on the fritz at Cincinnati's famous Montgomery Inn. And it said the regular patrons loved Schoenling cream ale as a sidecar chaser for their bourbon boilermakers, but didn't want to buy full-size bottles. So then, the necessity for that, because so many people wanted to buy a small beer, that's why they switched over, or maybe started selling them in the 7-ounce bottles. It became the perfect sidecar chaser.
They're cute little guys, that's for sure.
And that's so they, have always kept them. That's the tradition, those little 7-ounce bottles. And they actually taste pretty good.
They weren't bad. What would you guys rate them? I would say 3.5.
I was going to give it
4 even.
Right, at least a 4 because
being that I just slammed half of that one in a second, and I got all the good cream ale flavor. 3.75 or 4. 3.75.
I'm going to say 3.75 because I said 3.5 or 4. So.
Because the first sip of that I got was kind of hoppy. It wasn't a overly powering hoppy. And then a couple sips after that, you started getting just a very slight cream ale taste. And what I liked when I started drinking that alongside of the chili that Ariana made, it was fucking delicious.
Yeah, it was good.
It was like a great pair. It was just it totally changed up because I had been eating the chili for a little while before I opened that, and then I stopped eating the chili to try the beer, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then I just was finishing it together, and it was like they complemented each other. It was amazing.
It was very good.
So like hoppy-ish, creamy.
Light
Hoppy, creamy, not super hoppy.
Not too hoppy. Kind of
Bubbly.
Bubbly, like a 7-Uppy, but not sweet, maybe? I don't know. That was kind of the feel I got out of it. Maybe it's the green bottle. I'm not sure.
I thought I liked it. They're a cute little I would drink a whole 6-pack of those. Most of the shit we drink, I would not drink a whole 6-pack simply because they're too heavy or too, like, I wouldn't drink a whole lot of them because it's not meant to drink a whole lot of them, but drink a little 6-pack of that and you're really only still drinking like 42 ounces.
Yeah, those are like sitting outside in the summertime drinking.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking more along the lines of like, trashy bar, you want some beer, you just want a little bit of something. There's, cigarette smoke in the air, ashtrays everywhere. You're like, I'm gonna drink me a little King's, man. Fuck this. I got shits I got to think about, but I don't want to get hammered. Thinking about.
But you're kind of outside on the patio in the summer, like drinking.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like I would want to drink the Little Kings just to be like, I don't know, the odd one out. Like, why are you drinking those? Because they're cute, like they're made for me.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's just a little guy. It's so cute.
Yeah.
So, thanks for that one, Zach.
Yes, thank you, Zach.
Absolutely.
Mr. Zach was the host for our bonus episode, and he was so damn excited. That was a very good time. One of the reasons why he organized all that is it was February birthdays being celebrated. My birthday is Friday. His was last week, and Chad, my friend from high school, his was in their mix as well. So, Chad got in on the action from last week, and I think my favorite little bit was Zach brought that special one.
Yes.
That freaking Utopias by Sam Adams.
Oh, that was delicious.
That shit.
Oh,
my God.
Man.
That was
what was it? It was like 28% ABV, and it had like a very, very strong like bourbony taste, but then there's also like a fruity cherry. It's like cherry maple flavored or something
right.
Like a cherry maple bourbon barrel on fucking steroids, man.
It was so really good. Thick. Like I that's one where you would pour it in a small glass, almost over ice, or you'd have to have it super chilled.
Well, it was like alcohol content level, definitely hitting into the bourbon level, but it was all fermentation.
Right.
So. But so.
I can't remember what was the other one that he gave us that was really good.
That was that cherry one.
Wisconsin. It was like cherry and apple or
something serendipity because it was named after my kid.
Serendipity.
It was named that company specifically named it. They said, "Dude, I'm just gonna pick this random guy from Facebook and like, oh, he's got a daughter named Serendipity." I don't really think they named it after his kid, but it shares a name with his kid.
I sent the picture of the bottle to my daughter, and she's like, "Can I try that?" No.
That one was really
good and thick too. That was delicious.
That was like a tart, kind of like a tart cherry apple flavor.
I don't really remember. I just remember that it was good.
It was definitely a different flavor. There was like a lot of a cranberry flavor.
Maybe.
So
I thought it was good regardless.
That was our special episode. For this episode, the beers we have are Ooh,
I like me some Drekker.
Is that right?
PRR. Oh, we're gonna keep that right there. Okay, cool.
We drink it.
Yeah, we got PERT, PRRT. There will be PERT, Monkey Tail Milkshake Beer by Drekker.
Like PERT.
Like you're farting. It's like PERT.
Looks like it's like
say it's like one of their chunks.
No, it's not one of their chunks.
They're the ones that do the chunk, right?
Yeah.
God damn it.
We've got that, and we've also got Spotted Puffin. Spotted Puffer, which is by Pipeworks Brewing. And I just thought that one looked cool. And of course, we also have, me not breaking things, the mysterious Beerious in the Dosukkies.
Dosukkies? Dosukkies doesn't suck. It's actually pretty good.
In the Dosukkies koozie. Because why not? That is tradition.
That's right.
If you decide to sponsor us, Dosukkies, and send us free beer, we will definitely put every single beer in a coaster and drink the crap out of it. And maybe review nothing but your beer for the episode, but we can't promise that.
Nah, we will use it. We'll just call it the official pre-drinkers beer.
Official pre-beer of every episode. Send us lots of cans.
Yeah, the official pre-beer.
Send us free beer, man.
That's right.
Yeah, man. So what should we go for first? PERT or the Puffin?
I think the puffin's probably going to be not as good.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, let's just do the lame beer first. I'm really turned off by the can art. It's just such a lame can art.
I think the can art's kind of cool, but
it's just like a spotted puffer fish. So describe it, guys, for the folks that are listening to us.
So
it's lime green.
Yeah, it's like most of the can is lime green, and it has a circular under the sea scene. It's got some sand underneath, and it's got some kind of like coral coming up to the side, which is kind of cool because the stuff that's there, like the sea stuff, kind of comes out of the side of the circle. And then
how's this gonna look? Because I can't see the camera.
It's gonna look good. I have it. Ooh, that does look good. I like that pour shot like that.
We also got ourselves some awesome little flight boards that Miss Ariana has provided.
Which is a story I want to talk about.
Yes.
So I was getting ready to go out when we went out Saturday. And like I usually get ready. I have my vanity set up in front of my front window. And the mail person, I saw them stop at my mailbox and then take off. And then I thought I heard them drive by once and then twice. And then I saw them drive by again. And then I saw them stop at my mailbox again. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, that's really weird, you know? And then when I left, there was 2 boxes on my back porch. And I was like, oh, okay, they must have just like pulled in the driveway and maybe forgot that they had mail or something. And then like turned around and put mail in the mailbox or whatever, you know? And didn't think too much into it. Ooh, it smells very fruity.
It's very good, actually.
Is it an IPA?
It smells like it is.
It smells IPA-ish. Like it's got the...
It's definitely an IPA.
Like a citrus hops type
What do you
deal.
got down there, my shitty old man eyes?
Imperial India Pale Ale with passion fruit puree, honey, and citra hops. I was smelling the citrus hops.
So, but anyway, yeah, when I left, like I didn't look in the mailbox. And then after I got back, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll go out and look in the mailbox. And I come back, like I get out there and I like saw that those flight paddles were in the mailbox. I'm like, oh cool. And I bring it in the house and they're like wrapped up in black plastic and like taped all the way around. And it looked like some kind of like dominatrix shit or something. And I'm like, were they just driving past my house to see like what the fuck's going on? Like I'm standing in front of the window or whatever. They're like looking to see what I look like or something. Like because they think some freaky shit's going down.
They're looking in your windows, man.
Thank you, Master. May I have another?
Sure. And then like everybody I showed the picture to, they were thinking like it looks like some kind of Criminal Minds shit. Like I was going to murder somebody or... Like, I was the only one that thought dominatrix.
That's funny.
And, like, I'm like, God damn, I'm broken.
Well, I mean, you know, you're a hot chick. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You have people randomly stop by. Definite dominatrix vibes. You're just like, you know, you're all quiet in person, like, hi, I'm fine. And then when you're behind closed, you're like, take it, bitch, and, like, beating them with the paddle and making them lick your boots, that sort of thing.
Maybe I need to start being that person.
The
you know,
OF.
like, get some of that aggression out, you know? Like,
there you go.
Instead of being mad about things sometimes, I just be like, I'm just going to be a dominatrix from now on.
There you go. Hopefully I can talk her into starting an OF. She's going to be the...
Should be stepping on dudes' balls in high heels in no time.
What would your dominatrix name be?
Oh, God, I'd have to think about that.
Whatever it is, it needs to start with mistress, something or other.
Mistress. I don't know. It's going to take me a minute to think of something. It'll come to me out of nowhere.
So what are we saying about the beer that we are trying right now?
It does have a very citrusy kind of like fruity flavor, but it also has that IPA going on.
It's got a little bit of a sour vibe.
Citrusy passion fruit kind of a thing. It's good.
It's not very bad at all for a... I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would.
Same here.
Especially after when I smelled it as an IPA. It's got a lot of that citrus in it. I think it's doing it good. I kind of like it, and I like
hazy.
It had a good head to. I'm all about the beer head. Like it.
Likes head.
That's the optimal. You know, like presentation. That's like I don't. What do they say? 90-80% something's. There's a percentage of your meal or whatever that it's like mostly presentation and the rest is taste. Like you got to have like the good.
Yeah, if it looks pretty, it's gonna like taste better,
right?
If it tastes like shit, you're gonna be like, oh, it's not bad because it looks pretty,
right? Well, you know that's true, but I feel like sometimes I make some pretty sloppy looking meals that like look really fucked up and they're really fucking good, and it's probably because they're so messy and sloppy.
It's like if you ever watch any of those shows on Food Network where the professional chefs are doing their thing, and you know these people make these amazing meals, and the chef will be like, well, yeah, they taste good, but man, your presentation was garbage. This doesn't look like anything. And they want like the fancy little dribbles of shit around the edge of the plate. And no one's going to actually eat unless you're licking the plate like a dog. And if you're going into one of those places, they're going to give you shit for actually licking the plate like a dog.
I feel like if they did that to my plate, I would probably do that just on principle. Be like, well, I fucking paid for it. You guys charge an arm and a leg for this shit. You dribbled it all over my fucking plate, not even on my food. But like, how am I supposed to eat that? And then I'm just going to lick the plate and say, fuck you guys.
Then they're just like, you're just supposed to savor the essence of the flavor of the something.
I feel like you're supposed to drag your food through it if you want it that badly.
Yeah. Watched a horror film recently called Menu that you just put me in that whole conversation put me in the mind of, where like there's the chef who has an exclusive private island, and everything that he cooks is 100% like, you know, made from things just on that island.
Yeah, you talked about this.
And he like invites a bunch of like rich hoity-toity people out there. Pretty much all of the people that work for him are like more or less in a cult worshiping him. And he decides to go ahead and end it with these people that just kind of fucked him over the years and pissed him off. And they didn't know they fucked him over.
Fun times.
And yeah, it's a really awesome movie. I won't spoil the ending, but it is an excellent ending. Very good like suspense horror vibes.
Hell yeah. So if you like movies and you like suspenseful horror movies.
And you like Food Network.
Then watch Menu.
Came out last year.
This is not that bad at all.
No, I kind of like it. And now I'm expecting the other one to taste like shit because I always pick the wrong beer. Like I picked the beer that's going to taste better last. And then it ends up tasting worse. I'm like, God damn it.
I feel like Drekker will taste.
Drekker's a milkshake one, so we'll see.
We haven't had a bad Drekker yet, I don't think.
Right, yeah, I think it'll taste good.
We had a pineapple chunk, and we had like some other chunk too, and I can't remember.
Like I wasn't
fat chunk cat on it.
Like at first, I wasn't even sure if we had that Drekker or not, and I had to go back and like look at it.
Right, yeah.
So
I don't think we've had a whole lot of the skull, like the brains. I think that's what those are called. I like that they have series.
Yeah, that is cool.
It seems like it kind of seems like the milkshake or the smoothie beer companies do that more than any other. Well, there's some other companies that do it. So
as far as this one, Spotted Puffer, that was done by Pipeworks. They were established in 2012 in Chicago by friends with a shared dream of crafting quality, creative beers. Since putting the first cap on the first bottle of the brewery has been gaining accolades for its original distinct beers and enthusiastic team. They are self-distributed in, Illinois, Milwaukee, Madison, and can also be found in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Minnesota. They can also be found in Ohio because they bought this guy at Jungle Gyms. Their website doesn't have a whole lot about them other than they're friends that are passionate about beer, and yeah, it's mostly we have curbside pickup, do not come inside.
Is that just that store, or is that they're still afraid of COVID type thing?
No, like literally, please note we are open for to-go orders via curbside pickup. Please go to place your order by our website, Curb Up Pickup. We unfortunately do not open to customers to come in at this time, so probably COVID.
Maybe they just didn't change their website since COVID.
Right.
Probably.
Think about it, because they're probably like us in that way. We like.
Right.
It'll be, if like we had a website during COVID, it'd still be like that, like 10 years later. And be like, oh shit.
Right. I think a lot of people are like that.
Well, like I remember when I was younger and I was just learning all this computer shit. I'm like, man, I had a website I could update it every day, and then I would like run websites now, and I'm just like,
dude, fuck that shit.
Oh god, I gotta update the fucking website. Again? God damn it, I just did that like 6 fucking months ago. This is horseshit.
Dude, I'm so bad at stuff like that. I don't even like social media and stuff. I get in moods where I'm just like, man, I just like don't feel even like good enough about myself to put something on social media right now. Like I don't even know what to say.
I just get my moods where I'm like, I don't even feel good enough. It's not I don't feel good enough about myself. It's I don't feel good enough about everybody on social media. It's like, your posts all fucking suck. It's like the algorithm takes a sucking, and I'm like, I'm just seeing all this fake shit where people are just like, oh, ha, 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 ha. And because I do the marketing thing, and so everybody's just posting to get engagement, or they're just commenting on other people's shit to get engagement. So I see a lot of flaky, shitty comments that just are not genuine, and it's like, you guys are lame.
I've been not deleting but unfollowing people just to see different shit, more interesting shit.
Right.
And like the ones that I've told it to unfollow, I'm still friends with them. But like suddenly, basically I'm just like, okay, you're doing nothing but bitching 24/7. Your life sucks.
I unfollow them when
Unfollow.
I just like to put funny stuff, and like every once in a while, it's like, oh, here's a cute picture of my cat.
Right.
I shitpost memes
cool bird
and
I
shitpost memes and probably bitch about things. That's about all I can say.
I don't think I bitch too much on mine. I get in moods and probably do, but I don't think I like to try to keep it funny.
Right. I was doing all motivational shit, and then I'm like, God, even though it's like,
motivated?
well, even though it's like real stuff and it's real thoughts, I'm like, oh, I hate everybody. Like, I don't hate everybody that comments on it, but that's where you get the fake comments. I would rather get people. It's that when they do that, it is nothing more than an auto commenter. So it just goes down the line and it says, have a good day on everybody.
Congratulations. Have a good day.
I like to put a smart ass comment when I see those for you.
Right.
Like
You do.
funny.
Right. Because like those, I've seen those auto commenters because people will basically, so they want to get the most engagement on their posts. And it will like rotate maybe like 5 to 10 different posts, but it's got to be super generic. So it's going to be like, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, great post. And it's like, great post. Oh, yeah. Like,
God bless you.
Right.
What was this post about again?
Right. Exactly. Or, and I've seen it on other people's posts. Like somebody's like bitching about something. And then it's like, oh, great post. It's like, no, you didn't truly think that was a great post. This person's bitching. Like they're sharing like something that bothers them. They're
great
looking,
post. I'm glad you're pissed off.
It's like, great post. Have a good day. It's like, nope.
Jeez, Ronald, what are you doing?
Trying not to spill the water.
And making a big ass mess in turn.
Great post. I'm glad that train wrecked in Palestine and turned all your water into shit.
I think that's what I saw that on. I saw that on somebody's post about like Palestine, and I was like, oh, that was a fake comment. But no.
Maybe it's somebody that hates America.
It could be.
Or they just hate Ohio. That's more likely.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Do you want to give me that, Ron?
Maybe.
Yeah. The water. The cleaning stuff. So anyway.
One of the advantages this week also is that the lovely Ariana has provided us with chairs. We're not standing here dancing.
We're not standing anymore. I have really cool, like, their 70s, like, that green 70s color that your grandma's couch was. That's what color they are. They're real cool.
That green 70s color that your grandma fucked on.
They're velvety, and you can definitely...
Your grandma had orgies on.
Unprotected 70s orgies. This is why later on Grandma started putting plastic on all the furniture.
There you go.
Because those 70s
Grandma was a squirter.
They're like, oh, my grandkids are coming over. I don't want them sitting in that mess.
Right,
I'm not going to clean the couch off.
I never thought of it like that.
I'm not cleaning the couch off. I'm just putting plastic covers on it so they don't got to sit in those 12 guys' jizz.
I don't think my grandma's ever had plastic couches.
Side note, Ron's mom has plastic on one of her couches. It's been years since I've been there, but I know she had it. Your mom's a squirter.
And on that note, what do we think of the beer? What are we going to rate this one?
I would give it like a 3.5.
I think 3.75.
Yeah, 3.5, 3.75. I do pretty good.
Which one? One or the other? One or the other?
I liked it more than not, so 3.75. Don't hurt me.
And I'm going to say this one was hazy.
It is hazy. Citrus.
Citrusy. Citrus.
Good head.
Fruity.
Good head.
The good head.
Fruity. You think it was kind of hoppy?
A little bit. Slightly hoppy.
Slightly hoppy. I didn't get much to a taste. I didn't even look at what the ABV was on it.
Why aren't you on top of these things, Ronald?
Because my glasses suck, and I was losing my mind fixing electronics.
Blame the glasses. 9.5.
Damn, that's heavier than I thought. Wow. That's much heavier than I thought.